If I placed you in a simulation that looked, felt, sounded, and responded exactly like reality, would you even realize you'd been fooled? Today, we are diving into one of the biggest technological races on Earth. A race led by companies like NVIDIA, Meta, Microsoft, Epic Games, Palantir, and many other mysterious startups to create simulations so realistic that they become impossible to distinguish from real life. This isn't theory. This is happening right now, in factories, in digital cities, in AI laboratories, and maybe even in your home. So how exactly are companies doing it, and how close are we? 1. Visual fidelity. It must look real. 2. Physical fidelity. It must behave real. 3. Behavioral fidelity. The people and systems inside must act real. 4. Real-time responsiveness. The world must react like reality. What we're chasing is called presence, the feeling that your body and mind accept the virtual world as genuine. Philosopher Nick Bostrom thinks we might already be in such a simulation. Elon Musk famously said, "There's a 1 in billions chance we're living in base reality." But let's stay grounded, because to understand how close we're getting, we'll step through the actual companies and tech that are blurring the line. First, we attack your eyes. Epic Games, creators of Fortnite, bought a company called Quixel that spends years laser scanning real-world rocks, forests, buildings, even garbage. Using photogrammetry and LiDAR, these texture libraries, called Megascans, get dropped into Unreal Engine 5. That's the same engine used by Hollywood to shoot The Mandalorian, and by car companies like Ford and BMW to create CG commercials that people literally think are real footage. Unreal's lighting tech, called Lumen and Nanite, calculates light bounces in real time for photoreal reflections, shadows, glass, water. But the biggest visual flex in the world belongs to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It combines satellite data from Bing Maps, real-time weather reports, live air traffic, and an AI from Austrian startup Blackshark.ai to reconstruct every building on Earth in 3D. You can fly over your actual house, and sometimes it looks more real than Google Earth itself. The result is a living planet, continuously updating, and visually, your brain accepts it. Looking real is step 1, but behaving real is much harder. That's where digital twins come in. NVIDIA's Omniverse platform is basically a giant simulator where real-world companies like BMW, PepsiCo, and Siemens build perfect virtual clones of their factories. They simulate conveyor belts, robots, humans, lighting conditions, even the physics of bottles clinking together. BMW uses this to design entire production lines before spending a single dollar in the real world. If a robot path collides in the sim, they fix it there, saving millions of dollars and months of time. Unity Technologies, which powers half of the world's mobile games, is now using its engine to simulate wind farms, airports, even city traffic systems. These simulations are wired into real-time sensor data. Whatever happens out here, happens in there. That's physical and system fidelity, convincing your brain that this isn't a toy, it's a functioning world with consequences. A perfect world is worthless if the people inside it act like cardboard cutouts. Enter the rise of simulated humans. Startups like Fable Studio and Inworld AI are building virtual characters with memories, emotions, relationships, and evolving personalities. Fable's project, literally called The Simulation, throws dozens of AI characters into a virtual apartment complex and lets them interact with each other unscripted. They gossip, form alliances, fall in love, hold grudges, without human input. Their goal? Create a living world that keeps going with or without us, just like real life. In healthcare and military training, companies like Virti and Virtual Heroes simulate AI-driven patients, soldiers, civilians who respond with fear, anger, panic. If you treat them gently, they calm down. If you panic, they escalate. That loop, action and consequence, is what starts tricking your emotional brain. Suddenly, this cartoon patient isn't a game character. It's someone you feel responsible for. The next leap forward is when simulations don't just fool you, they replace real-world experience entirely. Swiss startup Loft Dynamics builds VR helicopter cockpits so realistic that the FAA and European regulators have certified them for official pilot training. Instead of a $15 million hydraulic simulator, pilots now train wearing a VR headset in a warehouse. Airlines like Alaska, Lufthansa, and police departments in LA and Paris are switching over rapidly. For soldiers, Virtual Heroes builds combat and medic simulators where you perform battlefield surgery on screaming wounded NPCs. NATO doctors run scenarios under explosions, smoke, chaos, except it's all virtual. To the brain, the stress feels real. Meanwhile, in China, researchers reportedly created an almost one-to-one digital clone of Shanghai using CCTV feeds, drone footage, phone GPS data, shopping history, smart home devices, and building floor plans. Emergency responders train inside this virtual Shanghai, running disaster scenarios, predicting crimes, testing evacuation strategies. Some critics call it a ghost city. Others believe it's the future of predictive governance. Either way, the line between simulation and surveillance is getting blurry. So, are we there? Not quite. We still struggle with three big obstacles. 1. Genuine emotional nuance in AI characters. Humor, sarcasm, empathy. 2. Perfect physics for fluids, fabrics, hair, weather chaos. 3. Massive compute cost. Running full-scale realistic worlds requires insane GPU power, but with generative AI like GPT, companies like NVIDIA releasing crazy GPUs like the H100 brain-computer interfaces from Neuralink, we're accelerating faster than ever before. So why care? Because when simulations become indistinguishable from reality, everything changes. Training will happen in worlds that feel real. Travel may be replaced by virtual presence. Education, war, relationships. Sometimes therapy, simulated first, may be lived entirely inside. The moment your brain can no longer tell the difference, this world becomes optional. So I'll leave you with a question. If tomorrow you could enter a simulation where you could be anyone, experience anything, and it felt 100% real, would you choose to live there instead of here? Let me know your answer in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into AI, the future of tech, and mind-bending possibilities, please hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the edge of reality.